golden hour is on us, so we are going to go outside and try to record a video journal entry. The date and settings I'll be giving in the next video clip. Today I have bought a new microphone and I'll be using that to record myself. And before the golden hour leaves us, I need to get outside. Alright, hello everybody. So as I said, I'm going to be recording a video journal entry for the first time while having my camera fixed outside, because for the first time I'm having the privilege to record a video journal entry from a wireless microphone that is here attached to me, and the antenna receiver is attached to the mobile phone. Everything is good about this microphone that I got today from Amazon, except for one thing, and that one thing is the quality of the sound that you are able to hear right now in this new microphone that I have purchased today. I'm not really happy with the sound, but that does not take away from the fact that these sorts of microphones are a great utility and an accessory to have if you are recording yourself. And because they give you that mobility, you're not stuck to your studio. You can use the light outside like it's the golden hour right now, but I am using the light to record myself in. And this mobility you can only have if you have something like this, and you can move outside, you can change frames, and you can use your microphone plug and play, and you can record your whatever it is that you record. Like this is a video journal entry which I usually use to record inside, but today, just because of this new item that I purchased today, I have the ability to do it outside for the first time. I might be returning this particular product because it is damn cheap. It was cheap. It was 500 rupees, and as they say, sasta roye bar bar, mehenga roye ek bar. So that sort of turns out to be true again. Just because it was cheap, I thought it would be good, but it's definitely not good, and I probably might be returning it. However, let's still talk about these sorts of microphones. There's nothing that one can say is wrong with it completely. It's just the audio quality that is not right and not to my liking. The sound is a little muffled, and that's why I will return it. But these sorts of microphones are a game changer for any video creator, online creator, social media creator, because they give you that freedom to use your hands for anything. If you are the sort of a person who uses his hands or gestures a lot while talking, just get a Gorilla Pod like I have here, Gorilla tripod, stick your mobile phone onto it and place it anywhere you like, and you get a new framing in every shot, and you can keep your viewers engaged by moving around and going to places, showing them places. Also, I'm just doing it in my front yard and backyard currently, so I don't have a lot to show, but this can be used in many places, and this can be used in multiple ways, which I'll try to do in the future when I get a new microphone, a little better one than this cheap one that I got today. I'll be replacing this. I'll try for a refund and I'll try to get a new one. But what these microphones really give you is the ability to take your content from your studio, indoor studio, and take it outside in the real world. As I said, you can use the lighting, the daylight. There's no better light than the daylight, as they say, and you can use that light for your content. You can create content at different places, showing different frames and different settings to your audiences and keeping them engaged. This can be used in many settings, as I said earlier, and you can make use of that to your advantage. The best thing is that you got outside of your studio and you are able to record in any setting, any position, while walking, while moving, and you do not need your professional studio dynamic microphone for that, which did not give you this freedom. So I think I have talked a lot about this single point, but this single point is so important that the more said seems lesser. So that's why I sort of seem to repeat this a lot in this video journal entry. I can see there's a lot of exposure change going on because it's trying to track my face, and set the exposure with that, it's having difficulty tracking my face because I am not continuously looking at it. Now I think it has my face, now it doesn't, so the exposure is going. You have to take care of that. If you are closer to the frame like this, then the exposure is not going to change that much because it knows where you are and it is continuously focusing on your face. Just if this happens right now, I am looking away from the source, that is the sun. If this happens, then there will be a little exposure change. But if I am looking towards the light source, that is the sun in this case, and it is clearly able to see my face, then there won't be much exposure changes. That is something that I have learned with my experience, and it's a good thing. Usually on our DSLRs we set them on a tripod, and then we keep the settings on manual and not auto, and that stops the camera from changing exposures continuously. But if in the mobile phones, we can do that with third-party apps, but I usually do not fiddle with the settings, and I try to keep them on auto most of the time. That's why you see a lot of exposure changes in this video. As I go away from the frame or I come near the frame, the exposure is going to change accordingly. I hope to get this device replaced as soon as possible. Now that I have seen what can be achieved, I already had an idea of what can be achieved with a device like this and how this could be a game changer for personally a content creator like me who likes to shoot talking head videos. Changing of frames is something that was not possible. One way of doing it was to go with A-rolls and B-rolls, but this is much better than that. I also talked about it in my previous video journal entry that there are two ways of shooting talking head videos if you want to make them interesting for the viewer and you want to captivate their attention and you want to hold them and make them stick to the video till the end of it. One way of doing it is to shoot in the A-roll and B-roll format, and what that is, I also tried to show it in my previous video journal entry. So you first shoot in your studio with an A-roll, speaking on your professional microphone and having a good quality audio, and then you insert some B-rolls in the video that help to enhance the quality of the video. If they are interesting, they will be interesting if the B-rolls that you are using are related to the content or the topic that you have chosen to speak on. The other way to do it, the first way was to use A-rolls and B-rolls, and the other way to do it is this. This gives you a whole another point of view. This gives you a whole completely different freedom, because here the frames keep on changing, the places keep on changing. Yes, you do have to stick to a script and you have to make a perfect complete script which you have to hold on to, and you have to speak that script out if you're talking about a topic. The only difference is that after every sentence or every couple of sentences or 3 sentences, the framing will change. The person is the same, the subject is the same. It's a talking head video, but the framing keeps on changing. You go from place to place, you travel a lot, and because the frames keep on changing, the audience is engaged in the video. As long as you have a Gorilla Pod, literally anything can be used to mount your camera on. For example, in this frame, I am mounting my Gorilla Pod on the doorknob of my house, and I have fixed the frame and I'm looking at the frame, and the camera is shooting me, the microphone is recording me. So as long as you have a Gorilla Pod or a static tripod even, you can use these accessories and move on to different places and keep on speaking about the topic that you are trying to speak about. And it's not necessary that you'll keep on changing your mounting position. Say for example, if I be honest with you, a single position can be used, or a single tripod position can be used for 4 different shots that you can shoot from the same place. Say for example, if you're shooting in the east direction once with one shot from, if the tripod is here, you're shooting in the east direction, then in the north direction, then in the west direction, then in the south direction. So you are using all these frames: north frame, west frame, east frame, south frame. You can use one mounting position to shoot 4 different shots, and they will be 4 different frames with 4 different backgrounds. For example, the previous shot was taken from the same mounting position as this shot is being taken from, and I don't think you might have realized that the first shot was taken right from there and it was in this direction where the car is, but because the car is not in frame in this frame, the object is not present, the previous object is not present, so the audience does not feel like it is being shot in the same place. So these are some of the tricks that can be used, and this is just the beginning. Anything can be done while using this tripod mount and the wireless microphone. Alright, so that is the door where the tripod mount was, Gorilla mount was mounted earlier on, and in the previous 2 frames it was mounted there. First it was looking in this car direction, then it was looking in that south direction towards the gate, and I got 2 different frames from the simple or the single mounting place. This technique and many others can be used to shoot your videos. I think for this video journal entry this much is enough, and this was all that I had to share about. And also try to use the rule of thirds or the grid lines on your camera apps. There are grid lines, and right now in this moment I am standing right where I need to stand. That is, if we have grid lines here, I am standing right at the intersection of the first grid line, which we can call the first square at the top left corner of the frame. I am standing on its intersection. My face is at its intersection, and this is how I have set the frame. There are many videos on YouTube which can tell you about these rule of thirds and the pleasing what looks pleasing to the human eyes, and why cameramen and videographers and photographers use these grid lines to shoot their videos and photos. Alright, so I think this much should do for this video journal entry, and I'll see you in the next one.